This is the Aeta tribe, the first indigenous people of the Philippines. For generations, they lived in harmony with their ancestral lands, the majestic Mount Pinatubo, a volcano they revered as a sacred deity. Living in the very shadow of the volcano, the Aeta thrived as hunter and gatherers, deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. This was their life, peaceful, resilient, and rich in tradition, until one fateful day. In 1991, the slumbering giant, Mount Pinatubo, erupted in what became the second largest volcano eruption in the 20th century. The Aeta felt the ground trembling beneath their feet as ash and smoke filled the sky. They saw this massive event as a sign from their deity, a powerful force that would change their lives forever. The eruption released over 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, cooling the Earth's temperature and leaving a lasting mark on the global climate. Forced to evacuate their homes and ancestral lands, the Aeta faced new challenges. Because their lands near the volcano were destroyed, the government provided the Aeta with new resettlement areas, bringing them closer to city life and inevitably leading them to integrate more into Filipino modern-day society. After seeing everything they went through, one could only wonder, was this the true wish of their volcano god, Apun Manyari? Hey guys, did you know it's better to watch my videos in 4K? Double check your settings to make sure you are watching this video at its highest quality. And if you're watching this video from your television, help this channel grow by pressing up on your remote and hitting that like option and consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now let's get this video started.
Pambihirang graduation rites ang naganap sa UP Manila noong Hunyo 21. Nakabahag kasi ang
My name is Norman King, the first Aeta to graduate in the University of the Philippines.
Umakit ako ng stage. I'm doing this not simply because for show off. No, it's not. It's a matter of representation ng mga Aeta.
Years later, the Aeta would resettle and find new beginnings. Today, we are welcomed into the world of Norman King, the first university graduate of the tribe. With the passing of his father, a respected community leader, Norman now steps into his father's role, taking on new responsibilities and offering us a rare glimpse into the lives, traditions, and hopes of his community.
The go-to drink is coffee.
Okay, three to five times a day?
That's 3 to 5 times a day.
Okay.
You got coffee in the morning, coffee in the midday, after lunch, and then in the afternoon, or even sometimes before going to bed. If you visit a Aeta place and they try to offer you something, it's gonna be like every time coffee. Just to be polite and not disrespecting them, you are required to accept it. You don't need to finish it. You just need to sip a little and then that's it. If you're not really into coffee though. But if you are, yeah, you gotta drink it and have some conversation with them.
Is there a coffee you guys prefer?
Nah, just the regular powdered coffee.
Okay.
But usually before, when we have our own, coffee plants, we do it naturally. But since it was destroyed by the volcano, the eruption of volcano in 1991, so most of the crops were actually destroyed. We have coffee plants nowadays, but since it's more convenient to buy the coffee powder, so that's what we usually prefer in the morning. We don't need to do the process and stuff like that. But if there are chances, we do it. This is the guy from the municipal. In your country, in municipality level, you got a city councilor. In our community, he's the city councilor here in Angeles City. Samanyo, he's not just a Aeta, but a city councilor in the municipal level. Okay. His participation in the city council is very, very important because he's representing the whole Aeta community here in this community.
And this is for the Clark, or is it?
Angeles City.
Angeles City, okay.
So we're visiting him. We're gonna have a little meeting with regards to some overlapping claims about the land issues. So.
Okay. Like as far as how people make money, you have farming,
In community, this is mostly farming. We are upland farmers. We don't do large scale, but most of the time it's just enough for consume. We plant like banana, and we got taro, and then we got some fruit as well, which is avocados. We got a lot of avocados. For those kids or for those students or people who or Aeta who were able to finish their studies, then they have chances of working in Clark. Most of the time their works would be like in maintenance, landscaping. The resort or the hot spring resort, they provide employment for waiter, housekeeping, and that's it. Most of the time, some service type oriented jobs. That's what they can do. But most of the time, the Aetas who don't prefer working in the city would still go back in the mountains to plant their crops.
Right.
We are not used to staying in one place. We are mostly mobile people. We have to move every now and then. So if I'm just gonna sit in an office for like 8 hours a day, it's like killing me.
So for most people, they pick up their family business. And they're happy with that. Their aspiration is to pick up the mantle where my forefathers, my ancestor, or my dad or my mother was doing.
Here we pick up the land.
Right.
The land of my father, the land of my mother, we pick it up and then we develop it. We continue the practice of doing upland farming, and then that's it.
Is it safe to say that Aeta people are not materialistic in a way?
At some sense, yes. We're not that really materialistic. As long as we are using it, like for example, we have things that that can help us do the job, and then that's it. We're not gonna look for any other like upgrade of this kind of things. Aetas are more like family oriented people. We tend to stay where the family is, and especially not just in the family, but we have the ability to. It's like we're not bounded by these restrictions of moving one place to another. We need a large space. If you're going to look back at the theory of hunting and gathering society,
right? Which you guys,
yes, we still practice hunting and gathering. Hunting grounds, you have a really large space, and then you gotta move in one specific area only. It's like it's like killing you.
So now I'm getting it. This hunter and gathering society you are from leads you into the path of just wanting to be outside and move. Okay, that's still in you.
Most of us are still doing the hunting.
Okay.
And gathering part, because we still gather like a forest produce.
Okay. Right.
So it's still part of the practice. It's just that we added some additional like the domesticated farming and whatnot, and taking care of some livestock, but not a lot. It's just enough for the family to consume.
We're in the Aeta community right now, as you can see. What's the name of this community?
This is Sitio Target. Sitio is actually a small unit before going on the next level, which is barangay. Barangay is a more larger community wherein it got like at least 1,500 population. A smaller unit is the Sitio, which is less than that. So this Sitio, I mean, if you've noticed the name Target, it is actually the target range of the American soldiers during the settlement of the Americans in Clark Air Base. So they made this place as a target grounds where usually they practice for the shooting their rifles and whatnot. So that's why they took that as the name of this community, Sitio Target.
Not to compare America to Philippines, but in America you have your native official grounds that police are not allowed to go into. Is that something similar here, or?
Something similar, yes, at some point. But if there are things that if they are trying to monitor the area, they're still allowed to visit here.
Yeah.
They just need to communicate properly for the barangay officials and the chieftains here in the community.
Okay.
So everyone is still open to visit the community.
Okay.
Usually, when we were being portrayed in social media before, it's like the usual setup is like the Aetas are walking mountains and they get used to walking. That's not the case anymore. We are highly adapted people, so we try to adapt on things that would make our lives a little bit easier. So in terms of traveling, every household right now, we're able to have their own tricycles. These are being used to transport their harvest in their upland farms and then bring it to the local market in the city. They could be able to sell their crops direct to the consumers. We no longer need the presence of middlemen who actually buy our produce and then sell it to the city. As long as we got our own motorcycles or tricycles like this, we can easily direct or sell our crops to the consumers themselves. So we get more.
It empowers you guys.
It empowers us. It gives us more profit out of our produce, and then it gives us more the ability to buy the materials that we need in our households.
You guys have this.
We got milkfish. We also call this sinigang. It's kind of sour. I mean, everybody knows what sinigang is. So milkfish, and then we got a native chicken. Just the regular native chicken. They're very cooked simply, boiled on a longer hours.
Looks amazing. Looks very good. Yes. All right. Smells amazing so far. Oh, look at that. This is what is this called? I forget the name of this.
Gabi.
Gabi?
Taro.
I didn't get it, but actually, you guys, for every meal, you guys will pray over the food.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like the Christian way of practicing.
Okay. All right. Got you, guys. Food is very flavorful. This broth right here is so delicious, right here. And then she has these. They're called yam. They're not yam.
There yam.
And they taste so delicious right here. This right here, it's good. Try some of this fish. You guys have restaurants here?
Nope.
No? Wow, this is so delicious. So I've ate a lot of different type of Filipino food. This one's my favorite so far. I'm not over exaggerating or anything.
Because it's a home cooked meal.
Alright, so I'm eating everything wrong. I'm watching these guys eat it. Everyone's using their hand, and I'm over here using my spoon. Typically, hands. We're using our hands.
Yeah, hands. That's why you wash your hands. You're gonna use your hands.
Okay, wash our hands because we're gonna use our hands. All right. Yeah.
Our food diet is mostly like the natural way of doing things or cooking. Mostly boiled.
Right.
We're not into food with sauce, a whole lot of sauce and cream, and none. We don't usually do it that way. As long as it's boiled, and then that's it. You got to add some salt. We don't usually add pepper because pepper is not usually normal here. So just salt and some MSG if necessary. And then boil it thoroughly, and then that's it. Especially for the meat.
Thank you. It's really good. Been, noticing the area here. I don't see too many pipage or anything. You were telling us about how you have local electricity here, but you also use solar power here.
A solar water pump.
And you also have a solar water pump here?
Yeah. We got one solar water pump and one regular water system, which is made by the local government unit here in Angeli City. So that's two. One solar and one regular water station.
So what does the locals do here, average-wise, to get water to their homes? What is the normal thing they do?
You're gonna need to fetch it. You see those containers?
Right.
You go to the station, water station, fill it up, and then go and take it back to your home.
How often are you doing that per week?
It depends on the family usage. If they consume a lot of water, especially for washing, cleaning, and all that, within the day you have to fetch water every now and then.
Daily. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Shout out to this man right here. Thanks for inviting us. All right. Okay. So this is how the front of the house looks. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, beautiful. All right. Okay. Hello, how are you guys? Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Now we are approaching a church that was built by
Koreans.
Okay.
Sponsored by Koreans.
Okay, sponsored by Korean. What type of church is it?
It's a Christian church, Presbyterian.
Okay. That's the church right here, guys. Oh, you got the well. Is that the well right there?
Yeah.
So is that where everyone gets the water from?
Yeah.
Okay, right next to the church. Okay. There you go. So guys, it is 5:30 in the morning and our tour guide has brought us here. What is this place right now?
Pom Pom Public Market.
Pom Pom Public Market. All right, we're gonna check it out. Let's go. Wow, that's amazing right there. That looks amazing right there. Yo, I am astonished by the type of market this has. All type of fish here, guys. I was not expecting this, especially when it comes to the sea life. Look at this place, man. I've never seen this type of fish all in one place. And I've been to some really interesting markets, man. They're everywhere here.
Fermented fish and fermented shrimp, fermented and rice.
Just Filipino food.
It's early in the morning, guys. It is 5:30. But people come here. What time do people show up here?
Usually around 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's the earliest that you can be here.
Okay.
And there'll still be like not much people, but
Right.
that's where it starts. 1 o'clock up until 2 o'clock in the morning.
This is every day.
This is every day. It's regular people, just nearby people who's actually preparing food for home. And some other people, like from the restaurants, they usually buy here as well because the price is a little bit cheaper if you're gonna buy at the local market in between city.
Guys, of course we have to stop for our daily coffee. So we're getting some coffee right now.
This is usually a small stall area, like it's not a sari-sari store, but more like an eatery.
Okay.
Carinderia, the most appropriate term.
In your opinion, how many vendors are here?
Maybe probably around 1,000 vendors, probably. This is the largest market, city market in town.
I've been to a bunch of markets. I've never seen something to this length, at least in Asia thus far. The variety of fish here is insane. So you mentioned something about people coming here as early as 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah.
How long are people going to be here? What time this place shuts down?
Around 10 a.m. to 11.
Okay. You were talking about the portions that are being sold here based off of the plate sizes here?
For plate sizes, if you got a soup, a very small portion. I don't know if you guys within the portion of soup serving in your country, but here it's very like economical. So they will only sell it like good for one meal only, like very, very small.
Okay, rational, but economical.
This one is very small. See?
How much would that plate, and that's for soup?
No, not for soup. This is for a viand, like the lesser with.
Oh, the things here.
Usually it runs around like 30 to 40 pesos.
Okay.
Less than $1.
But it's like a healthy size.
Yeah, healthy size.
This enough.
Yeah, just enough. It's like serving per calories is very low and stuff like that. I mean, if you're very conscious about eating too much, not eating too much, then that kind of serving is much better for you. What we have here is a certain portion where they allow the Aeta community to sell their crops or their produce.
Right.
So usually what we have here are actually avocados. Came directly from the upland area where we visited a while yesterday. This is a direct market where if they wanted to sell their produce directly to the consumers. So if you notice, there's only one product, which is the avocados.
Right.
Because these are the fruits that were in season in this month.
So it'll constantly change.
It constantly changes depending on the type of fruit or a vegetable that's in season. Sometimes they slip here just to make sure that they were here already, because you have to like sometimes you gotta be here first, like first come first serve basis for the areas.
The area, okay. So the area is always competitive.
Yes.
If you're not here, someone will set up shop here. Okay.
That is the most challenging part, the transporting of the goods.
Can you ask them how long did they get here? What time they show up to?
Ini oras ko po na chili. They were here already 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. They slept here and then.
Since yesterday.
Yeah, since yesterday.
And what are going to be rotating shifts?
Sometimes, as long as you get your products sold, everything, then you go out. But it's up to you whether you want it to stay or not.
So that's why you got so many guys here as a unit.
Yeah, as a unit.
one of them will look out if someone needs to
Yeah.
go somewhere. And
Yes.
okay, makes sense. Okay, so family business. Everybody's brothers and sisters here.
Just the regular community members,
Okay, okay,
friends, anyone.
okay. Ask her how long has she been farming?
Unang taon kailan kayo ang pananom?
Simula nung 1990.
35 years.
Yeah, wow.
For experience purposes, what I did, I get the produce up in there in the mountains, and
Okay.
then I sell the crops here. To experience what does it feels like being here, selling your own crops, and how to transact with the market people. So that's why I try it, and in order for me to understand the situation of my fellow Aeta, because I tried it. I know how the transaction works. I know how the things working in this area.
Waking up early in the morning.
Waking up early in the morning, and then staying up until there's no people coming around, and then putting them back again, and then going to the next day.
Interacting with the locals.
Interacting with the locals, and trying to observe what are the basic, like, the fundamentals of selling. The most struggle is actually the transporting,
Okay.
and not going on a bumpy road to make sure that the skin is not actually totally like damaged, in order for that product to be here with at least a good looking product.
So-
For experience purposes, you're gonna taste it.
What's this right here?
We used to call it santol. I just don't know what specifically in English the name, but it got a name in it. As ingredients for cooking as well.
All right.
So you taste it now. So
Okay, cool.
You gotta know what it tastes like.
Okay, cool. It has a orange, tangerine feel to it, but like mixed with a pear. The skin doesn't easily come off, but it's like a sweet, bitterish taste to it, but it's quite pleasant.
Peel the outer layer, and then you still have that the flesh,
Right.
and then you dip it with salt and chili.
Okay.
But you got that sour taste.
And it's something you would eat.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to help us about certain programs, if you want to support certain programs about in our community, so technically we don't have much funds out of it. But if we can acquire one of these warehouses, so that whenever like they can't be able to sell their crops for that day, they have a warehouse to put their product on, so that they don't need to take it back to their home and then put it back here again, you know. And at the same time, we can store more products on these warehouses.
And this would help the community instead of
For the long run, yeah.
and they can sell from the warehouse.
Yes. You can actually offer it to anyone. If you can't be able to, if you wanted to use the space, you
Or
can.
just to store the products. So
To
they don't
store the
have to
products, yes.
go back and forth with it.
Yes.
So where are we now?
We are actually in Angeles City. It's called Apo. Apo is usually a Friday mass, a Catholic Friday mass. Apo. So everyone sets up, expecting influx of locals going to church, and then buying anything right after. After the church, they go out and then they buy any products that you can see on the market. So it's more like a busy day for sellers. So here we are.
Good morning. How you guys doing? What's the number one product you sell here?
Avocado, sir. Banana.
The banana.
Banana and papaya, sweet.
Oh,
So
okay.
very sweet, sir.
Okay, nice. Okay. How much is the papaya?
One 1 kilo 60, sir.
60 for
60,
one kilo.
And avocado, 100 kilos.
Mm,
And banana, 41 kilo.
41 kilo. Okay. I want an avocado. Let me try one of them.
1 kilo, sir.
This one. I want to see how it tastes.
Taste ka na.
This will be my breakfast, guys. Nice. Oh, yeah. That's really good avocado, guys. How long you guys get here? What time you start selling?
And then 2:30 in the morning.
Woo!
And then
Why so early? Why come early?
very many people, sir.
So to get the spots.
Yes, this one.
Uh-huh.
Kasi many vendor.
Mukhang may interview ka ngayon ah.
My friend.
You want to be
Yeah,
interviewed?
My friend, yes. My friend.
I love avocado.
That's what I mean. It's really good.
Oh, yes.
She has the best avocado. Number one?
She is just not the best avocado. She has the best heart.
Oh, look at
Yes,
that.
very nice.
Look at that.
Hi, I'm Divina here. I'm Divina. Aeta Katutubo.
I'm indigenous also.
You?
Yeah.
What is your tribe?
There are 3 types of tribe in my province. I mean,
What tribe
what
are you
I
from?
know. I mean, there's a lot of tribes, right? Agtatabang nun.
Okay, Ataga Bangu. Okay. It's nice that you guys can get along and are good friends. That's a beautiful thing. All right, let me pay you.
Planting materials.
Planting materials.
Ay! My high school teacher.
You can recognize her with the mask.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's my teacher from high school, so why would I not recognize her?
Okay, nice. As you can see, there's a close-knit community with the Aeta and then just everybody. They're just part of the community. There's no separation. You know, maybe difference in heritage, but everyone here is Filipino. Love, beautiful. So where are we at now?
Where are we at right now? We are the church. This is Apo Church, and this is where usually people go
Okay.
for church service and whatnot to hear religious sermons.
Okay. Every Friday in the morning,
Friday in the morning. Yeah.
you'll have a large mass of people come in, and this will be the whole weekend.
Nah, just for Friday.
Friday, okay.
Friday only.
How important is religion to the Aeta people?
Belief system is still important, especially for in times of need. You got to have someone to believe into for you to be able to survive each day. Since living in the mountains is already hard, so you have to have that at least a deeper sense of faith that one day you get to be successful and you can still survive every day, provide your needs every day, and believing in the divine, like God Himself is actually, it's been like going on ever since before the eruption of the Pinatubo, because of the missionaries who conducted their mission before they went to far-flung areas, to which in my community that was way back before 1940s or 50s.
Okay.
And then during that time, local missionaries went there to teach the doctrine of the Christianity among us. And then my father became a pastor as well and a missionary. And then to me, in my life, having that personal relationship with God is actually something that I always put priority, because basically I do recognize that being human, you got to limit it for everything. You have your strength is limited. The knowledge that you got is actually very limited as well. Anything that is out of your control, you don't have anything to say about that.
Okay.
Now, when you have that kind of faith that you believe that everything will be okay, you will see some amazing miracles going to happen to your life. And for me, being in this status and position right now that I'm into, I did not credit them because I am Norman King. It's because of His grace. Up above there, who's always giving me blessing, who's always giving me favors in my life.
Okay. Prior to the missionaries arriving, what was the belief system then?
Belief system then was actually more on the animism side. We have this belief wherein you believe to have a anito. Anito is more like you have the kind of like a certain person becomes a host for a spirit, and that spirit can give you a specific type of skill or something like power, which is usually true. For some, even my grandfather and my grandmother, they have their own anitos when they are still alive. And anitos can be good or bad, so it depends. But usually for having like a host, it's actually, most of them are actually the good ones, because they were the ones who's taking care of the host, and at the same time, they have that kind of symbiotic relationship. You take care of me, I take care of you.
So it's like a soul that watches over the human's form, or
Yeah, but not more like a soul, because they have their own identity and stuff like that. But they're more like a spirit guide.
okay.
So that's more of the concept before. But when Christianity hits in, yes, they still exist. They cohabitate, or they don't interfere with the belief system that is happening, like the Christianity. Even up until today, there are still some who still got to have that a spirit guide in them. who actually guides them, like for example, making assessment or to cure a certain illness. Usually that still happens nowadays.
Right.
So it's like you cannot take that out from the equation because it's still like it's still very observable in the communities, even within the presence of Christianity in the area. So it's more like you have to work together hand in hand. You don't need to choose one over the other. You just have to make them work together.
Okay.
And I mean that could be better instead of it's more like two heads are better than one. So
Right.
you got two belief system that is working properly for you, then that's okay.
Okay. And then this happens when someone passes away.
Yes.
Okay.
Not just passes away, but during their lifetime. Because sometimes when they pass away, when they die, it's either the spirit will find another host or they just simply detach and leave.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. And the spirit name is?
It depends. They have their own specific spirit names.
Okay. Is it in your native language?
Nah, I mean, yeah, in our native language. It's not the name from the city, but we have our native name for them.
Okay. All right. Could you share any name or?
I can't remember what are the names of my because they don't usually tell them.
It's different names.
It's different names.
But what is the concept called again?
Anito.
Okay. Anito.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds kind of Spanish. What's up, beautiful? Yeah. Everybody like you, huh? Divina. Yeah, I remember.
How about you, sir? How about you?
My name is Leon.
Leon.
It means lion. Yeah. On our way to another Aeta resettlement community, Norman received an urgent call from the community elders. It was something revolving a crime that happened on tribal land. We had to make a detour and head to their local community center, where they gathered to discuss important tribal matters. While I can't disclose all the details of their discussion, I wanted to show you how the tribal leaders and elders come together to make decisions that shape the community's future.
It's a little bit close meeting.
I guess so. We were heading to another village, but all of a sudden, Norman got a phone call that they had an urgent meeting, which brought us here. So it's an important meeting. So they have to have some privacy. So I'm just hanging out right now while they're having the meeting. But I'm with a bunch of cool people here. All right, so I'm gonna wait here and let's see. Wait until Norman comes out. Yo. Okay.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Mag-hello kayo po
The meeting took longer than we expected. So me and Norman agreed we would pick up the next day where we left off. This is Baranga y Norado, another one of Aeta's resettlement communities. I wanted to take the time to highlight most of these communities are nestled into the jungle. It's apparent to me that the Aeta people need to be around nature to feel like they are home. So it's safe to say some things haven't changed. However, thanks to these resettlement villages, now the Aetas have easier access to the city.
Go around. So we're here right now in Barangay Inararo. This is actually a resettlement area. During the eruption of the volcano, we transferred here somewhere around on early 2000. So that's when everything is like being started to build it up again. Now the houses that you're looking at the background on the side, those are actually like a donation from Gawad Kalinga Foundation.
Really? These right here?
Yeah, Rotary clubs. So they were given, donated for household resettling back here in the community.
They have a really good charm to it.
Yeah. What you're looking at right now is transport. This is how we transport things. You do it manually, like that. Carry it in your back.
This is a beautiful town. I love it.
Yes.
Like how it's set up, and it's all Aeta.
Yes. The houses are here
Right.
for the purpose of settlement and at the same time school. The farm areas are actually in the mountains. This is just for the purpose of we have a place to go and accessible to the education of kids going to school.
Very beautiful landscape here. Tropical village full of Aeta people. Love it here.
So these are a star apple,
Okay, star apples right here.
and then we got some mangoes right here.
Mango trees, coconuts I see in the back end.
Yeah.
Came from doing some picking and farming.
No, that's already like I usually had it harvested like 3-4 days for prior,
Okay.
and then have them ripen up, like put it on a sack and then add some leaves to have it ripe, and then once it's ripe, ready to transport and sell into the market.
Nice. Okay.
No chemical added or thing to help the banana to get it ripened.
Okay.
So here's the local school.
Okay, school right here.
It's the Villa Maria Integrated School.
How many grades or is
Up until K10. But I think they're already planning to add the 11 and 12 program, so you don't need to go down anymore.
the language here?
The language is more like we have Kapampangan, Tagalog, and Aeta. But for teaching purposes, they use Tagalog. That is for the kids to get more used to, like communication like that.
How important is it for you to teach kids Aeta?
Oh, Aeta is very common.
Okay.
It's like the usual conversation language that we use in everyday use. You have to deal with the lowland people, so sometimes some of their words that you gotta borrow some of their words. That's why there's a mixture of Kapampangan and Aeta terminologies at the same time. But for conversational within the kids, it's either they're switching from Kapampangan and Maganchi. So that's our language.
It's called Manganchi.
Yeah, it's called Maganchi.
What is a common word you guys use in Manganchi? Perhaps friend or welcome or hello, how are you? My name is.
It depends.
Give me a word that like hello in Manganchi.
We don't usually say hello in Maganchi.
Okay.
When you eat, when you ask someone to, hey, let's eat, you say manganana, manganana. But in Kapampangan, mangantana. So you see that borrowed term there.
Right.
So yeah, there's a two language I could be able to understand that. But in terms of the more deeper sense of like the Maganchi, probably like
maybe how you pronounce certain foods like banana. What would you?
ha'a. Banana is ha'a.
And that's in your native tongue.
Yeah, that's in our native tongue. In the lowland, that is sagin, which is more like the borrowed word in Tagalog and in Kapampangan, sagin. But for us, it's ha'a.
What about house?
Bali.
Okay, Bali.
But if you're gonna look at Bali, it's more like you have that certain. It's more like Indonesian counterpart. So basically, if you're going to look at it, like the Philippine history is, the early settlements of people here are like Indigenous, Malay, and the indigenous peoples are the Aeta.
Right.
So if you're going to look at, some of the terms are actually borrowed, not necessarily borrowed, but they're like more like contrasting mixture of the first settlers here in the Philippines, which is coming from the Southeast Asia, Indigenous and Malay. That's why in Kapampangan language we have this in the term for rice, nasi, which is in Indonesia, nasi as well, same. It's rice.
Okay.
And for us, it's kaun or buya.
What about corn?
Corn, ma'i. Ma'i.
Is that kind of like the Spanish term mixed with
Maize.
Maize.
But it's kind of, since it's an introduced species, like maybe before, we don't have that in the Philippines, so it's brought down by the galleon trade. So
Okay.
looking at how did they say it, the name, the maize, become ma'i for us.
What about God or spirit or something like that?
We call it Apo na Malyari. Apo na Malyari meaning the one who created everything.
Okay. Wow.
It's a newly built or newly renovated parish church. Yeah, it's actually the influence of this Spanish colonization during that time. They brought in the Christianity, Catholicism. So most of every town actually in the Philippines does have a large Catholic church like this.
Okay.
So these structures are from the government for the health services here in this community.
You know, that's one thing I wanted to highlight. I noticed hanging out with you. there is a presence of government assistance here. I don't know if it's the best, but
Yeah, it's best actually. Because basically, if it's just the community itself, we don't have much like, in terms of health. The traditional practice is more like, using the traditional herbal medicine, but sometimes it feels like not just an illness, but it's really a condition, a medical condition that you really gotta need to go to the hospital or the city. For the purpose as well of monitoring the young mothers, especially for the pregnant ones. That's why these structures or health services are actually...
so that's like a health place the
Yes.
government provide for you guys to practice your own.
Not just our own, but to have that a mixture of how it is being conducted in the lowland.
Okay.
To monitor the health of the kids, because basically in our practice there is no that kind of practice wherein you should have continuous checkup during your pregnancy period. So it is important to monitor these young mothers. The health building, you got the usual hall for the officials, and then you got the school on this side.
Okay.
Not all communities in Pampanga or in Philippines do have this kind of setup.
Okay.
And in some other days, or in the next few days, we're gonna visit some areas, and it's gonna be, you could be able to differentiate the difference of my community and other areas,
Right.
with the other communities as well. Ay, lahat nila matang. Malong.
They're harvesting the avocado here?
This already harvested, so it's more like preparing them, cleaning them up, and then once cleaned up, they will be sent to the person who ordered them. But this is more like the preparation. So these are like to be transported to SM San Fernando.
Okay. This operation is like all year thing.
No, once only a seasonal. So it's more like this month up until the next few months there will be more harvest from avocados.
And this is the boss of the business right here.
Oh yes, that's the boss. That's my cousin.
Your cousin. Okay, nice. How you doing? Nice to meet you, cousin.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
Okay. I will give you
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
you
it.
want to taste one?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So we're walking some more. We got caught up with the rain, and we're actually in the front. I guess the entry into the village. But I just wanted to highlight how manicured this place is, all right? Guys who live in the neighborhood, coming and going, I guess they got work to do. It just shows how this village is just working together and creating something special. I guess this also showcased the contrast of what people may believe when they think about the Aeta. What was one of the things in the past people thought about you guys that wasn't true?
For some reason, like the Aeta community, whenever it's being portrayed in the social media or the news, it's more like the life is not progressive. It's still the traditional way of portraying things. Like they live in traditional houses.
In a sense, uncivilized in a way?
Yeah, in a way. That's still that. It's like we never evolved into something much more greater. But the thing is, that's not the case anymore. Most of our kids are actually studying nowadays, and then we got a whole lot of Aeta graduates as well who's actually working in the government. We got teachers. We got working in the municipal hall. We got agriculture graduate and forestry graduates as well. And then at the same time, I myself graduated one of the top university here in the Philippines. So we still wanted to do some traditional things, of course. In terms of our food diet, we keep and maintain, not just keeping it, maintaining it, but we are more in line. Our taste palette is more like still on the traditional type, just cooked vegetables, boiled vegetables, and meat. Usually for meat, we have wild meat. We still do the hunt. It's because we still do the hunting. So those are the few things that we still keep and practice. Some parts of the justice system that we have, we still keep and maintain them, which is being led by elders of our community. As long as the issue is within the grounds and within the powers of our elders, they have the ability to decide on what to do. But if it's not, and it has some sort of like the applicability of the laws from the lowland is at hand, then we follow what the what the law is requiring us to do. But if it's like an internal issues, then we do the customary laws that we have. So that's what I can say about our the justice system that we have. We got Wi-Fi. You might be thinking there might be no Wi-Fi in the mountain. Now we got Wi-Fi. We got coin Wi-Fi's here in the mountains. In terms of accessibility wise, yes, kids can be able to watch TikToks, play mobile games, and check on their social medias and whatnot. So yeah, it's no longer the old days, but it's more like adapting to the new ways as well. You have to consider as well the support coming from the government. If they were not totally supported, of course you have to consider the budget as well of the town. If they don't have enough budget to support these communities, then expect that, you know, there are some difficulties in other areas of these basic services that each community is supposed to have. But for our community, we are being supported by the local community and even the capital level. So yeah, so that's the condition in the present days nowadays, which is the 2025.
All right, guys, we are at, I guess, the uncle house. Hello, how are you guys? We're at the uncle house right now. What's up? Hello. All right. How are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to have another lunch. I'm not going to record that. It'd probably be repetitive, but this is what they do when they welcome guests. If they know they're in town, they're going to feed them. So I like that part. Yeah. So after the amazing lunch, we're actually back to where we started off. We ended up walking in a full circle, and now we're right here. I guess this is like another community center right here. Really dope, as you can see. Pretty cool, man. Basketball is here though. Oh, there it is. Wow.
Okay, so basically he's our blacksmith, Albert David. These are actually the traditional arrows that we have here. He's the one who made all of this. And we got some orders for two orders, so we're basically just choosing the tips for the inclusion on the order that made. And then we're gonna need to have some like restoration of a bit of a, like, for some of the feathers, because we need to change them like this, for example, like this.
Make it with bamboo?
Yeah, these are bamboo grasses, two types. You got this one is the hollow bamboo inside. Its inside is a hollow, while this type is actually, it got more like some tissue inside.
And you have different type of tips as well.
Yeah, for the straight tips, usually these are for security purposes. Like you can be able to use it to like animals or even to humans. And for this one, for small game like chicken, other small animals. Actually, I'm supporting him in order for us to be able to continue making these arrows, because if we're gonna look at the history, it plays a big role on the participation of the Aeta people during the Japanese-American War here in the Philippines. So they have used some of these items, not this one, but this kind of design during the war to help as well the Americans during that time.
Okay.
In fighting with the Japanese people.
Wow.
So that's how important or crucial it is in making the practice of arrow making, just to continue the culture itself. Because if there's anything particular in Aeta culture, we all do know that it's like hunting and gathering society. So the hunting part is traditionally the one that you're using are bows and arrows. So to make that as a part of the identity or like the branding of the Aeta people, arrows are one of them. So that's why I'm trying to like do some documentation, at the same time trying to keep continuing the practice, so supporting him, buying all the materials that he needs to continually make the arrows.
He has an apprentice?
Not yet. Okay. We're still looking. That's what we're trying to do. It's like we're gonna have this documented properly, and if we can have this included on the curriculum of like, for example, in the school, we're gonna make it, and then we're gonna do some program for apprenticeship in making these arrows, so that the younger generations could still do it, and at the same time it can be like it can be included onto the activities of the community, like for example during fiestas or festivals like that.
Okay, right.
Just to keep it alive.
Right.
But these are actually hunting grade materials. You can it can hurt animals, it can hurt people if they handle it wrong. Just like imagine this See?
Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. It's in there.
It's really bad if you play around with this.
Is this wood?
No, that's already a metal tip.
Wow, it's a light metal.
If you're looking at these things.
Like chicken claws or chicken legs.
If you're a hunter, usually whatever you catch, you put them on top of the cooking area.
Right.
That is more like it's like a trophy.
Trophy, okay. Oh, wow.
And this is the traditional bow. This is the original design and original material as well. Came from a palm tree.
What about this? What would they use to make the line?
Usually this is the traditional one. This is actually came from a skin of a vine.
Okay.
So usually you take off the first layer of skin.
Okay.
And then you add it to twirl it up and then make it straight. And that's what you're gonna put in here as a string. Now, we only use this material, nylon materials, for much more longer use, because usually when you use this traditional one, sometimes it breaks.
Right.
When it's too old, it will brittle. It gets brittle and then it breaks. If it's too thick, then it gets a much more like a higher poundage. But since it's quite a little bit thinner, it is usually for some average person who doesn't usually use arrow that much. So that's how
Right.
This is for target shooting only.
Okay, for game.
Yeah, for just simply a friendly target shooting game. So I need to aim higher.
Are you trying to get into that circle?
No. The gallon.
Okay.
It's all going on to
Maybe
the right.
too close. Trying to get the barrel. Okay, there you go.
But I'm always going on the right side.
All right.
The master blacksmith himself do the shooting.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. Big old.
I've already lost my aiming.
You got the one in the middle, guys. Right here.
Not even one.
So what I gotta do?
Hold the arrow and then, yeah, just like that. Put that notch on the string.
Am I pulling it this way?
No, on the other one. I mean, what's your comfortable arm using for that one?
This one.
All right.
Oh.
Make sure it's 90 degrees. 90 degrees.
Oh man, come on.
See? There you go. That easy.
I'll take it. All right. Give me 2 years, I'm good. Don't miss part 2. Next time, Norman brings me beyond the resettlement communities and into the heart of his ancestral lands. Join me as we uncover more about the Aeta community, their history, their culture, and their way of life. Make sure you subscribe today so you don't miss the next chapter of this incredible journey. And yes, I asked them the question everybody wants to know. Or how do you guys identify yourself and everything like that?
We don't usually identify as...
Now where you going? Watch part 2 right here if it's ready. But if it's not ready, watch this video right here. Tupac, where I go to Las Vegas to find out what happened to him. Spoiler alert, I find the BMW. What are you doing? Click, click, click. Watch this one if it's here. But if it's not, watch this one. Yo, click, click, click. Yo!